my parents have got a septic tank. They live out in the country around about Houston, and there's always a kind of a wet spot in the yard that smells like shit. That's right over the septic tank.
Yeah, no, if you do them right, they're okay, you know. But I mean, it's better than it's better than what's the alternative, you know? Just pump it into the lake.
Yeah, I suppose, but has there ever been a problem-free septic tank? I mean, for very long. And to get into one is a world of shit, pun intended.
Yeah, no, like I say, you got to build them right. You do it right, and you got to vent on it and all that kind of stuff. It's the the thing can really function for 50 years without a problem, you know. But you don't do it right, it's problematic.
So what's your
Oh,
weather like
favorite
these
movie
days?
thing
Have
is
you had a
just
frost yet?
crazy. Real hard one, just a little fake one like last night. It was just barely a frost, like certain things were frosty, but other things weren't. So it was just on the margin.
Yeah, we got down to like
But yeah, I really
27 a couple of nights ago. It's been a mild fall, but I'm sure that's gonna change really quick.
yeah, it's supposed to be in the 50s all this week, which isn't great. But yeah, if it wasn't windy, I wouldn't be so bad. But it's like today. Today wasn't bad. It was kind of pleasant, but it was just too damn windy. So I hate about this time of year. I don't like wind.
Yeah, we had fierce winds. Just they kind of subsided yesterday, but they got up to 50 mile no 45 miles an hour, gusting to 55. And I was riding my motorcycle home from school in that shit.
Yeah, well, that's spooky. Yeah, give me a break, man. I don't know what you saw, but he fell off of his motorcycle, like crashed or whatever. But he didn't get too badly injured, so he got really lucky. But I mean, he did a real lie down in the road kind of slide into a car on your motorcycle thing and without breaking anything. So he's
I'll have to go
damn
check
lucky.
that out. I did not realize he was a rider. I've had three crashes in I guess 26 years of riding, and only in one of them was
Hey,
I injured,
hey,
and that
Ronnie,
not too
what
bad.
kind of bike do you ride?
I have two right now. I've got a Harley Davidson Sportster 1200, and I've got a BMW R 1200 RT, which is what I mostly ride.
Excellent. I ride a '83 Honda Shadow. I mean, it's an old bike, and it was my starter bike, but I never saw a reason to upgrade. I mean, it serves me, pretty well, and I um, I lowered the shocks and everything because I'm only 5'5" with kind of short legs, and so as I said, I lowered the shocks, and it's been perfect for me. I mean, why upgrade?
Yeah, no criticism of Hondas at all. The first bike I
Yeah,
ever
they're
bought was
quiet too.
a 1984 Honda CX650C, and that was a nice bike. It served me well for probably 5 to 7 years. And actually, the bike I've kept the longest of any that I've ever had was a CV750, which I rode for probably about 10 years.
Understand
Yeah, and
septic tanks.
I've only dropped my
Wait,
bike twice.
wait,
I'm kind of
that
proud of that.
that's such an urban attitude. What are you supposed to do in a rural area besides a septic tank or a cesspool? What?
Are you lagging really bad there, Pierre? Are you talking to me? Because that's a conversation we had about 10 minutes ago. I'll post a picture of my bikes.
That that's it wasn't 10 minutes ago. It was like 3 minutes ago, and because I didn't interrupt anybody.
Well, I guess it is an urban attitude now that you pointed out, Piero.
Yeah, well, I sort of indicate that, Bureau. You don't have to get all hostile about it, but yeah, I mean, I think he's just talking because, yeah, okay, such things suck, but, there is no choice. I mean, there's no better alternative.
And I want to get one of those fast ninjas, or ninja-like bikes because they're fun to ride.
Well, I like loud pipes. I mean, there is something to be said for, letting them know that you're behind them or beside them or whatever, because, I mean, I've had too many close calls for comfort.
Well, I've got pretty loud pipes on the Harley, but riding the BMW, which I bought it in July, and I'd forgotten what it was like to ride on a quiet bike. It's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. I just don't get the whole obnoxiously loud thing. Just, to me, it's too distracting. I mean, unless you're going 60 miles an hour, it just wrecks the
Well, because people are assholes and they don't look out. They look out. They don't look in their mirrors. They don't look out for anyone else but themselves. And I mean, I've been out on the highway, and I'm trying to stay in the slow lane. I'm trying to keep keep aware of everyone else around me. And some dickhead listening to something on the radio starts moving into my lane, and I either have to slow down real quick, or I have to just gun it and speed up speed up past them. And it's just, they just don't see motorcyclists, and it's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, I know, but if you make
Well,
noise, that also I think
Don't trust
creates
your pipes,
tension
so
in
that
people.
probably-
Which
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
you
think
just
people
gotta
react to well either.
They're out to
So,
kill you and act accordingly. But
Yeah, I
don't
think you always
expect
got to be
them
real
to use pipes either.
defensive.
Well, I mean, I drive like everyone out in the world is out to kill me. And I think that's how I've survived so long, because, I mean, I'm not a very big woman, and I'm on a kind of a small bike, and so I'm kind of invisible out on the road, and so I have to, drive like everyone's out to get me. And, it kind of pisses me off because, I pass by people, and, they're on their cell phones or something like that, and, they're just not paying attention to shit.
Yeah, what I learned.
Or they're texting. They're riding down the road texting.
What I learned about riding a bicycle and a motorcycle is to always pretend that you're invisible, and that kept me alive.
So far, God, I wish dead people could talk. Oh, damn it! That whole theory I had about staying alive, it was fucking bullshit.
Well, drive like you're invisible. Drive like everybody is out. Everybody that's out on the road is out to kill you, and you'll be okay. I mean, just drive defensively. I mean, even more so than what they tell people in cars.
Exactly. Drive like a
Well, you can't be sure
schizophrenic.
that you'll be okay. You can drive as defensively as you want, but you're going to be ready to handle it when somebody makes a left turn in front of you. I mean, that is
Well, no, I mean, when I get out on my motorcycle, I mean, I understand that, some dickhead who, turns left in front of me unexpectedly or does some asshole move, I mean, I'm going to be dead. I mean, it's just like, I try to, stay 3 or 4 steps ahead of them and just, hope for the best. I mean, I drive my motorcycle because it's very energy efficient, and, most of the time if I'm going anywhere, except to work, I'm going somewhere within my own city, and so I try to, be, conservation minded. That's why I do it. And then besides, it's a whole lot of fun.
it is fun, but you're not necessarily going to be dead if somebody turns left in front of you. There are strategies to defeat left turners.
Yeah, though, but I'm going to be mangled horribly if I'm not careful.
The average skill level.
Horribly if I'm not careful.
Yeah, but Well, I didn't quite hear what you said.
I'm just saying, if I'm not, I mean, if motorcyclists aren't careful, I mean, even just, well, I mean, it's sort of like even if you try to drive over a piece of, a spot of gravel on the road, I mean, you've got to be careful. I mean, motorcycles, are not the same as cars, and I mean, what doesn't matter to a car matters to a motorcycle, and it's just like if I even see a small patch of gravel, I mean, I've got to like go on heightened alert and things like that. And
Yeah, I wouldn't even,
Yeah,
I mean, my psychology's
How long
gotten
have you
so
been riding
defensive
covers
that
on?
I just wouldn't be able to justify it anymore. Just because it is, you are just, it's a matter of time kind of thing. I mean, it's just too inevitable that you're going to roll your
well,
Yahtzee.
yeah, though, but don't tempt
The
fate.
more
That's,
hours you put
I mean,
in.
don't tempt fate. That's that's all I'm
Well,
saying.
I'm not saying be a slob about it. I'm not saying it's always like that, but I'm just saying even, but there's just, it's too, I mean, the couple of times that I wasn't even going fast, and it's, yeah, I'm just too conscious of the risk. It just isn't worth the reward kind
Well,
of thing. I mean, I just couldn't justify it on a daily
I think
basis.
you're
yeah.
right
Well,
about
ever
that.
since I started,
If you ride motorcycles,
ever since I started
it's
riding a
dangerous.
motorcycle, I've gotten really liberal with my middle finger. I mean, it's just
Well,
one of
actually,
the things. I mean,
encourage you.
it's amazing how much people are assholes out on the road.
I'd encourage you to get rid of that attitude right there. The My motto is never show emotion on the road. And road rage is stupid as all fuck anyway. But when it's too
Well,
close to
I'm
the
not
core,
saying road rage, but I mean, if I'm out driving and I'm minding my own business and I'm obeying the rules of the road and I'm trying to be alert to other drivers and stuff, and people think, oh, tiny, small woman on a small motorcycle, I'm going to run her off the road. I'm going to get a little bit hostile. I can't, it's. I mean,
I know.
once you get on
Point
two
is,
wheels, you kind of
if you're,
get.
if you're steaming over the,
You're not gonna educate anybody on the roads. You
You're not
gotta
gonna
you gotta
educate anybody.
you gotta educate people someplace else, but you're not gonna do it on the road. So yeah, all that,
exactly right.
you know.
And the other thing is this: if
And
you're
you
steaming
do-
over the incident that just
Yeah.
happened, you're not paying enough attention to the threats that are ahead of you. So
Well, yeah,
let that
that's
shit
why I
wash
try
over.
to ride in groups. I mean, I don't try to, I mean, I won't ride anywhere by myself. I try to ride in groups. Because when there's more than one of you, you're a little bit more visible.
How long have you been riding?
About 5 years.
That's pretty good. And you haven't been down?
Twice. Once at about 20 miles an hour, and I don't know, once at about 35. I banged my hip up pretty well, and I was down for the count for about I'd say about a week. I mean, I still was able to get to work though, but I mean, I was moving pretty slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm probably beating the averages riding. Actually, I've been riding for 25 years, but I took about 7 years off. So figure out what it's been. And I've been down 3 times, but 2 of them were just, I'd say within the first 2 years of riding, they were pure inexperience. The third was,
Well, that's when they
technically not
usually
my fault,
happen.
but it's always your fault because there's always something you could have done differently.
Yeah, well, there's always something that wakes you up. I mean, I had the forks break
Either
on a
anticipate or
little
react.
mini bike when I was a kid. And just that the forks broke, and the front fork broke, and it was like, it's just, and that sort of just was like, okay, I mean, this could have killed me really good, and I mean, it's always that thing that can go wrong, and you're just, I mean, 2 wheels is, you can't do one, so you can't lose one, you just can't.
It's kind of like Animal Farm, where
I
they
did
were
have a
saying
blowout once,
4 legs
about
good,
70
2
miles an
legs
hour
bad,
on the freeway.
Hey, Well, anyways, Ronnie,